Good afternoon to each and every one of you all. Thank you for being here today. We will call this workshop, Commission Workshop Special Meeting to order at this present time, Tuesday, November the 26th of 2024 at 5 p.m. Madam Clerk, you call the roll, please.
Commissioner King,
Present.
Commissioner Pope,
Present.
Commissioner Berry,
Present.
Mayor Collins.
President, thank you, Madam Clerk. Thank you, Commission, and thank the audience for being here this afternoon, and thank the ones on live feeds as well. And staff, thank you all for being here. This present time, we're going to discuss there's a discussion this afternoon in reference to Resolution 49-2024. Madam Clerk, read for the record, please.
A resolution of the City Commission of the City of South Bay, Florida, authorizing the city manager to execute a carnival agreement between the City of South Bay and Carnival LLC DBA CARR Expositions for the provisions of carnival-related services provided for an effective date.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. City Manager Campbell.
The mayor, the city of South Bay is in need of a qualified firm to provide carnival-related services and concessions. The city desires to enter into a carnival agreement for the provisions of said services with Carnival LLC, DBA CARR Expositions, attached hereto as Exhibit A. The term of the agreement shall begin on November 26, 2024, and end December 2nd, 2024. The parties have agreed that the carnival operator shall pay the city 20% of the gross revenues from ticket sales for amusement rides and concessions on the day of departure. And the execution of this agreement is in the best interest of the residents of the city. The Mayor Commission, I know that we typically, the carnival exhibitor operator had asked for 15%. However, it was not something this manager was able to negotiate because historically it was a 20%, and the body, the general commission body, did not give me authorization for a 15% to negotiate with, but that is here for this commission to discuss at this time. However, I'm recommending that we move forward, approve Resolution 49-2024.
Thank you, City Manager Campbell. May I have a motion and a second to move Resolution 49-2024 to the floor for discussion and approval?
Move.
Moved by Commissioner Berry.
Mr. Mayor. I think I had one step away from this one. I think I want to recuse myself away from voting on this. Mike, I couldn't. Sorry. I think I would like to recuse myself from voting on it. Just for the fact that I had conversation with the vendor, and I don't want to vote on it, but I'm not against anything like that.
Hold it just a moment. Madam Attorney.
Yes, sir.
A question by Commissioner Pope. He stated that he had a conversation with the vendor in reference to the carnival, and he said that he don't feel comfortable about voting on this. Can he excuse himself from voting on this particular resolution because of conflict of interest or what? From a legal aspect.
Well, only he would know whether he has a conflict, but I can tell you that the conflict would not be just having a conversation with the vendor. While he may want to disclose that to the commission, which would certainly be appropriate, that is not the basis of a legal conflict. So unless he has a financial benefit somehow or some gain that he feels that is connected with this vendor, there would be no legal reason for him to disclose a conflict and fill out the form, etc.
No, I haven't had any conversation like that.
You did not?
Just connecting them to the city manager.
Okay. All right then. Okay. Well, you got legal advice from the attorney, Commissioner Polk, so it's up to you. So at this present time, there's a motion on the floor, and may I have a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Polk. Any discussion in reference to Resolution 49-2024 from this commissioner? Commissioner King.
I didn't get this. My first time seeing the this agreement, so I really haven't gotten a chance to really read it thoroughly and understand it, because it's I guess it's a short notice where we're going into an agreement on this date that the agreement's supposed to take effect. So I really don't know the logistics of this agreement, as far as I've seen somewhere where it says 20% of, I guess, the sales of the tickets, and I know I haven't seen anything about the cost that if there's a cost for the city to pay the owner for the usage of the land. I'm not sure. I'm asking that question. Is there a fee that the city have to provide the owner of that property for the usage?
Go ahead, City Manager Campbell.
Mr. Mayor, there is no fee for usage of the property to the property owner. It is something that the city has maintained ongoing for years with the property owner. So we maintain their lot with mowing the lawn on an as needed basis. So that is what we provide to the property owner for the usage of the property. Now, in regards to the agreement as a whole, we have covered the liability insurance. The carnival operators provided the necessary liability insurance. The only cost the city has out of pocket is the deposit for the water. They pay their water usage fee, but the city does provide the water deposit to the carnival operator, and that is something that comes back to the city in the amount of $1,000.
Okay.
And
And that's the only cost that the city is responsible
our
for.
only out-of-pocket expense, yes.
Okay.
Mhm.
I'm just
Yeah, I can't tell you it's
because
over.
it's
It
just
was a last minute
yeah,
thing.
a very
Commissioner
last
King,
minute.
So
yeah.
I can give you this insight. As of last week, there was an interest from the Carnival LLC into coming to the city of South Bay. Their schedule aligned, did not align with our schedule for as getting an agenda item presented to the commission. However, it aligned with the schedule for us, our students, and our families being off at the time. When the conversation transpired, it was last week, and all of these conversations took place over a 48-hour time period in order to get this item presented to the commission at this moment. It is something I can tell you I'm able to share with this commission. These are not new conversations. They are the schedules just finally aligned in order for the carnival to take place.
Okay.
Okay.
I just want to make it clear that I'm not against the carnival being here. It's a good thing. It's just that, being handed this information in such short notice that, I'm receiving this. I'm just seeing the agenda today.
And it
Yeah,
is not something
I
that
know.
that our office is even comfortable presenting. If we're being all completely transparent, it is. However, we are here, and that is where we are. That's why it's ask me whatever questions, and we can make it comfortable in order to move forward.
Okay.
We rather have this months in advance, also for just proper advertising.
Okay. Cause I can remember back during the governmental week, one of the seniors had asked about the fair, and it was said that the fair wasn't coming.
And it wasn't.
It wasn't.
It was
so
not.
But like I say, I'm not against it. I'm for it. But it's just the last minute information being provided during the time that the fair has come and taken place. I'm just trying to make sure that, you know, we are covered when it comes down to, I guess, the ethics part of it, you know, with us voting on something on such short notice, that it don't come back in.
It will not. We are required for special meetings to have at least a 24-hour notice, and we provided the notice in a timely manner in order to have this meeting. So you've met all of those guidelines in order to have your special meeting tonight in
Okay.
accordance to your code and your charter.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Kane, during that whole conversation, the manager was getting legal advice from our counsel as well. In reference to this meeting, I do apologize as well as all of us. This meeting just came before us all of a sudden, and I can understand by you being a new commissioner, you have time to read this, understand all this language in here, and I do apologize for that. So hopefully next time or next year when we start talking about the carnival, hopefully we'll be able to schedule a time that each commissioner be able to get the agreement to read over and understand it and then come back and vote on it. So I do apologize for that. Please accept my apology for that.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, Mr. Manager.
Thank you. Commissioner Pope.
Yes, sir. No, I'm all for it. Something that I think that the residents will appreciate. And I know it's been a long time. I think 6 years since we've had the carnival. But as the manager stated, you know, every time that they wanted to come, it wasn't, you know, the holiday time where the kids are out of school or something like that. So, and I just believe that God aligned all this up. Like manager say, you know, none of it. I know when I talked to him, and I also talked with the attorney on yesterday, just to be, you know, feel good about it. And of course, we on a good page. I think the residents would really appreciate something like this. So that's all I have to say. I'm happy that we got to this part to have the meeting, and hopeful that, you know, it'll go forward.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Commissioner Pope. Appreciate that. Commissioner Berry.
27 is our economic engine. With that said, did the company CARR provide options regarding dates? Or was this the only date or dates?
These were the only dates provided. Their schedule leaving one site, it does align with the time off here with our residents for the Thanksgiving vacation time period and our annual where we normally, last time we had a carnival was 2019, and we typically have it during the Thanksgiving break. And this aligned with them leaving one site and moving into South Bay. So these were the dates provided and the dates that work with what we historically have done.
I have not spoken with any representative here. I support the economic support piece. With that said, would you ask the attorney, has she reviewed the document?
The attorney, I will let the attorney
Please.
speak. There was a question asking, did you review the document? Did the attorney review the document?
Yes, I reviewed the document, and I also highlighted the areas that I had any concern with, and I think Mr. Campbell went back and spoke with the vendor about those items and made the corrections that were indicated. And so, Mr. Campbell, you can speak to any changes if you want to go into that level of detail. But the document that you have in front of you today is a document that I have thoroughly reviewed.
If you could just tell me which items, if you have that, please. Thank
Give
you.
me a moment, Commissioner Barry. I'll be able to, I did not pull those up, but I can tell you as I look at I can look at the items and walk through it.
Okay. Section 1, premises.
Premises, there was a change in, we had it as privileged use to Woodham subdivision lots 32 to 36 INC. However, for the full legal description is Woodham subdivision lots 32 to 36 inclusive according to the plat thereof. So we expounded on the word the INC, because it, on the legal description, is inclusive. There was a blank for the purpose of pre-event and move-in. There was a blank in the November 26, 2024 section that we filled in with today's date.
The dates, if approved.
Yes, November 26th at the end of this meeting until December 2nd, 2024, should the commission approve the item.
So they are either on the site or they're coming to the site.
There are
Is that
some,
correct?
they're on the site.
Someone's on the site now.
Now, why would they come on the, oh. I'm sorry, okay, next item.
Commissioner Berry, what happened? I think they moved their vehicles on the site there. They haven't set, they didn't set anything up.
Okay, just a
There's
question.
vehicles just on the site.
Okay, thank you. Next.
Commissioner King,
We also had,
just a moment.
oh,
Go
I
ahead.
was finishing through
Yes,
the
sir.
agreement with Commissioner Berry. You had another question, Mayor? I'm sorry. I
No,
wasn't-
in and move
Commissioner King had a question, but you weren't finished, and then I'll go back to Commissioner King.
Okay.
Move in and move out.
Move in and move out date is November 26th to December 2nd.
Okay. Section 3, no changes.
No, Commissioner Berry, if you could give me one moment,
Yes, please.
I will pull the items and go to the very specific changes
Okay.
that existed. I apologize, I did not have that one in front of me.
Excuse me. Commissioner King, you want to ask a question?
No,
Oh,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Mr. Mayor. I was just trying to get Miss Commissioner Berry to reiterate what she was saying, that she was trying to ask if have they moved in already, or are they moving in? Have they moved in already, or are they moving in today?
They are moving the equipment on the site. Last night, I see some of the equipment I see some of the vehicles on the site last night. And I guess they'll be coming in today. And then after this agreement, and then they start setting up their rides and whatever.
If you could go to section 9, ownership of premises. The section, it reads, it's not in your document, so you have to walk with me on it. Are to the best knowledge and belief of the city in good repair and suitable for carnival operators purposes described herein. That sentence was removed in section 9. In section 10, any change in the carnival operator's legal name, fictitious or trade name, address, or telephone number shall be forwarded to the city as provided in the notice provisions of this agreement in writing within 24 hours after the change. That section was removed because of the timing. This carnival operator should not be changing their name in this period of time. Section 13, alcoholic beverages. Except after obtaining the express written consent of the city, in such event, carnival operators shall possess the necessary liquor license and permit. Again, due to timing, that section was removed for alcoholic beverages. It is my understanding there will be no alcoholic beverages sold on the site. We continue to section 28, insurance. Again, this section, due to timing, was removed. Reads, to be provided no less than 30 days prior to the event. The operator had to provide the insurance in advance of the event taking place, and they did provide us the insurance necessary for the event to take place, with the city listed as the additional insurer. In section 29, one other highlighted
Now,
section.
how was that conversation framed regarding the insurance? Just
You
a
need to
question.
provide the city the level of insurance with $1 million and $3 million worth of coverage. That is the conversation. There was no conversation. You just need to provide this level of insurance with the city as the additional insurer.
That information was provided to the city, Mr.
Yes,
Manager. All
it
right.
was provided.
Thank you, sir.
Next, thank you.
Section 29, the water fees. At the time, this section was highlighted, and prior to sharing it with the city attorney, the water fees was unknown. We learned of the deposit and the water fee amount, which was $382.15 and $1,000 deposit. The city will make its deposit, and the water fee is the carnival operator's responsibility. We move to section 37, electrical equipment. That's page 10. City agrees this section was removed. City agrees to provide electrical service to carnival operator where available. That was removed.
What page was that again?
Page 10. Yep. Oh, page 13 of the agenda item. I apologize, but page 10 of the actual agreement. Thank you, Madam Clerk.
Section,
37.
37.
thank you.
And section 41 on the following page. Section removed. It says, or at such other places as may be designated by the parties from time to time. That's notices. Due to the timing, all notices, there is no other places designate. There's no time for designation of other places. Section 42, method of giving notices. It's removing at the option of the party given the notice. No, it's no option. There's no timing for option. It is you hand deliver or you provide it by certified registered mail as outlined in the agreement. And we removing in that same section on the following page the 3 business days after deposit in the United States mail, whichever shall first occur. Section 56, construction of agreement. Each party has relied upon its own examination of this license and the advice of its own counsel and other advisors in connection with this agreement. That section was removed. Additionally, was removed notwithstanding that this has been drafted by the city and its city's council, was also removed as far as construction of agreement.
Why was that removed?
This was a historical document, but that is not something the attorney may expound on it further regarding notwithstanding that has been drafted by the city and the city's council. So this is a document that has some historical nature. So all of the drafting of it may be in a combination of what we've done historically and not just relying all on the city council preparing the entire document in its entirety. But the city attorney may want to expound on that further.
Yes, Mr. Carroll, that is correct. We have used this document in the past, but the document, I believe, was initially given to us by another, or maybe it was the previous owner of the carnival, and we made major revisions to it, but it wasn't created by the city's attorney. And so that's the reason for that language being taken out, because it's not accurate.
Thank you, Madam Attorney, City Manager.
There are no other changes in the documents that was after legal review and revisions made by the council. So if there are no further questions, Mr. Mayor, the staff is recommending as presented to the commission approval of resolution 49, 2024.
Would you,
Thank you, City Manager. Any additional
one
questions?
last observation and request, you will provide me a copy of what was deleted. at
You'll
your
have it,
convenience.
you will have
Monday.
it before you leave tonight. It is on the printer.
Excellent, excellent.
Yes,
Thank
ma'am.
you. Thank you for that.
Thank you, City Manager Cameron. Thank you, Commissioner. I did all what you're saying tonight. I'm in agreement with it. In the past, we always had that carnival to come in close to the Thanksgiving holidays, and yeah, the residents have really enjoyed that carnival being in the city of South Bay during that particular time period because the kids are out of school and they want to make sure their kids have some type of activity to enjoy themselves during that particular time period. And I just want to say to each and every one of your commissioners, thank you for being here tonight. We really do appreciate that. And with no other discussion, Madam Clerk, will you call the roll, please?
Commissioner King,
Yes.
Commissioner Polk,
Yes.
Commissioner Berry.
I acknowledge Commissioner Pope for saying there no possibility of conflict of interest, and the attorney echoed that as well. So I will accept that. Yes.
Mayor Collins.
Yes, it passes 4 by all commissioners. I just want to say one thing before we adjourn. You know, and I thank you, Commissioner, if you clarify that and make sure you had that individual talk to the manager about when it come down to vendors or come down to anyone that they would invest. If you had a conversation with you and make no agreement or nothing of that magnitude, you did the right thing, but telling them to talk to the manager, and I want to thank you for that, sir. Thank you. At this present time, I entertain a motion to adjourn. Moved by Commissioner Pope. Second by Commissioner Berry. Meeting is adjourned.
Thank you.
Thank you all.